What's up, everybody? I am back and I'm coming to you from a new office in the spare room, but I still can't escape the noise of the kids screaming outside because it's summer and I haven't really, you know, soundproofed this room anyway. But I hope you're all doing okay. I haven't been on camera in a while. I've not really uploaded in a couple of days. He's been a little bit inconsistent, so I hope you can understand and be okay with me over that because I just needed a little break. Last month I uploaded about like 27 times, and so I took a little holiday golf vacation with my friends there from last week, and I'm back. I'm refreshed. I'm nice and tanned. Got a fresh haircut, had a shave, had a shower before I made this video, and yeah, let's get into it. So I came across, a really interesting article, and I think it's gonna tie into the overall, process of the new Harry Potter TV show. So the article was about HBO Max, which is now just called Max, in relation to the direction of the new Harry Potter TV show in comparison to the movies and how the overall flow of the show is going to go. Like how can they make this different? Like what's the plan to stand out from the 8 movies, I should say, that have been made previously. Now, obviously, because it's a reboot of the same story, there's going to be massive comparisons and what I can assume is going to be heavy criticism. Now, people are going to be mad over it being so different from the movies. Then, other people are going to be like, oh, this is way too similar to the movies. I mean, it's not going to be a 90 plus rating on Rotten Tomatoes because, the division is going to be real. I think it is. I think even if it does really, really well, it's not going to get that high of a rating. I think a lot of the hardcore Harry Potter fans are going to love it. I think I'll enjoy it myself if the plan of sticking to the source material will be honoured, which I hope it is. I hope it's going to be honoured. What isn't there to like about a fantastic book going straight to the screen as is? No changes. And, then of course you will have the anti-Rowling brigade still trying to be relevant, and they will resurface in the drones in order to arrange the 26th millionth boycott attempt, of which the 25,999 previous attempts completely failed. So, here's the thing, right? The issue with Harry Potter surrounding nostalgia means that it works for and against it. Now, HBO Max have said that they can't escape the nostalgia from Harry Potter's past, and I think that's a fair thing to say. Everyone gets that warm feeling in their stomach at Christmas time, and when they hear the chimes of, Hedwig's theme. I don't think there's any of us that don't get the, do 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 do, and you're like, oh, it's Christmas, it's Harry Potter. Even not just at Christmas time. It just brings me back to a specific time in my life, where I was, when exactly it happened, when I seen each movie. It's a happy nostalgia, and I can see that it's also a problem, with the new Harry Potter TV show coming up. So that's what Harry Potter does. It just cements that feeling inside you, and I personally believe that's what the fans, including myself, really attach to. That's what keeps us, hooked after all these years. So if me or you, or basically anyone that doesn't get that homely feeling for the reboot, it's going to be seen as a disappointment. We all know they're changing up the logo and that's cool, but, for me, it's the theme. How the hell are they going to get something, as effective as Hedwig's theme? But there's a new theme coming, and this is the problem HBO are having. And it's the kind of opinionated advice coming from so many people. Don't fix what isn't broken. Don't improve what doesn't need to be improved. It's fine. Leave it be. With the series reboot, it's not a case of, expanding the Harry Potter universe. It's not like they're adding, a Marauder series or a Voldemort prequel, a Voldemort origin stories. They're not adding to it. They're remaking the story that's already been done. So that's not an expansion. So I hope, with this reboot, with the fact they're remaking something that's already been done, I hope it will then lead to the addition of more series, kind of like how Star Wars has branched out with the success of The Mandalorian, for example. But anyway, this is why the past of Harry Potter movies is so inescapable. It would always be compared to anything new from the same franchise. There's also the other problem of people not being ready to say goodbye to the original movies. It's not like they're disappearing on us, but rather the fact that they are so still absolutely cherished to this year, to this month, to this week. And there's tons of proof to back that up. Like, just 1 week after all 8 Harry Potter films were added to Netflix, they all made their way into the Netflix top 10, every single one of them after a week. That's just total madness and clear proof of how just not ready a lot of people are to move on from these great films, from this great story, from this great franchise. And this leaves the difficult position for HBO to bounce off the movies for inspiration. Okay, yeah, we can look to the movies for inspiration and guidance, or, do a total complete rehash, completely fresh, absolutely no nod to the past, as I mentioned at the beginning of the video. It's not going to be a home run. It's not going to make everybody happy. Even if it's brilliant and a masterpiece, you'll still get the, not even the fans, but also the review sites that will come down on it. Just like Hogwarts Legacy, which got super positive reviews, except for Wired, who gave it a 1 out of 10. Purely because of the comments J.K. Rowling made. It's absolutely pathetic, and not because of the actual game's quality itself. They could have, hidden their prejudice with maybe a 4 out of 10, but they just gave themselves away so cheaply with that review, if I'm honest, and I think the TV show is going to experience something similar. I hope it doesn't go down that route, and I mean that honestly. I really hope it's judged fairly and on the product itself, but we all know how things are in today's age, where you're not allowed to have an opinion that differs from what a radical bunch of extremists believe is right. So remember, if you have an opinion that differs with other people, then you're wrong. I love saying that, and I know it pisses a load of people off, but hey, I'm me. I've lost a lot of subscribers over this already, and let's keep the downhill subscriber count dropping. It is what it is, guys. But look, it leaves the question, why is a Harry Potter TV series a good thing? For starters, the books are unbelievably rich in detail and they are world building, which is not easy to capture in a 2-hour film. It's not. They left a lot out. A television series will allow for more time to explore the depth of the story and the characters. It's a no-brainer, and if I'm honest, had there not been all this J.K. Rowling crap, this announcement would have broke the internet twice over. Everybody would have been up for it. A Harry Potter series, it will also allow the creators to delve deeper into the Wizarding World and its inhabitants. Now, I said I would have loved a Marauders show or a Tom Riddle show, but that doesn't mean we're not going to get these backstories in detail. I mean, we could possibly get full episodical dedications to these characters. It's in the book, so I can't see why we won't get that. The advantage of that is because it's directly from the books. J.K. Rowling and her writing team does not need to expand on the prequel characters, meaning no bad storylines, which Fantastic Beasts has proven don't always sit well because they don't always work. The Harry Potter series, it's going to provide an opportunity for, new generations to fall in love with the books. So the nostalgia thing might not be such a hindrance in the long run. And while there are some children who are able to read the books as they were being released, many kids were, they were unable to do so and instead watched the movies first. And I was one of them. I went to see The Philosopher's Stone, and the first book I ever read was The Goblet of Fire. And I'm reading The Goblet of Fire while The Philosopher's Stone was out, and I'm like, what's going on? Why am I reading the fourth book? Why didn't I just get the first book and start off? But my mom got it for me as a present. I even say to her this day, I was like, why did you get me book number 4? Why didn't you just get me book number 1? And she was like, well, it was just released and everybody was talking about it, and I was like, yeah, okay. Whatever, guys. We'll move on. So, a Harry Potter series will give these kids, this new generation, a chance to see what we've been promised as direct book to screen, as if we're seeing exactly that. Not easy to do, but it will hopefully inspire them to then go and read the books. A TV series will allow these kids to watch a story unfold in front of them and get a first-hand account of what it was like for Harry as he begins his new life as a wizard. For us older fans, we can finally see a new vision of the books in a way that the films never quite fulfilled. Now, it's not to say the movies are not fulfilling. I know they are cherished, as I said. But, it will be nice to see this new, different direction. But anyway, guys, that is all for today. I hope you enjoyed today's video. As always, I'm not going to say subscribe to the channel. I'm going to say, stay subscribed. Don't leave me. Please. I'm just kidding, guys. Have a good one, and I will see you all in the very next video.